We've got a thriller planned for the day. Quite a fun job. Got a few trees to fell off the side of this hill to prevent any accidents from happening from them coming over in these storms. They're in tough spots, so we're gonna have to make sure our hiking shoes are on. We'll be using this 661 today, mostly, to do the felling. I'm just going to quickly go over the chain, make sure it's all good to go. It seems pretty sharp. Seems pretty sharp to me. That's about all is installed for today, so hopefully we get some good videos. As you can see, the trees around here are quite large. We're not felling this one. This one's a nice one. The ones we're felling are down there, so yeah, let's get our hiking shoes on and get cracking. So I figured now was a good time to start recording, because I mean, I've tracked down this gully here, and I was thinking, hey, I should press record so that people can see how crappy of access it is. Which is actually my favourite kind of job, this one. I love the trees that are in the middle of the scrub. That's hard to get to. I don't mind a hike. Don't mind a trip. Yep. Crap everywhere. So we got this one here. So there's a bit of a gap I can stick this down in. It's already leaning that way. Hopefully it doesn't get hooked up in much of the trees. So we'll try and get it to jump through quite nicely. So we'll do it. Try and do it with a bit of speed to get it the momentum it needs to break through the canopy. Come on. Cool. Yeah, well, it's a good thing we are getting rid of these. Yeah. So there's a few reasons why these are being removed. A, they're on their way out, as you can see. This is quite common for them to be rotted out in the middle, but we're going into storm season, and these ones can reach power lines and access trails. So we're just felling them in away from those. That's not going to be too good a timber, so it's not really worth harvesting that. But what it will be good for is that hollow, now it's on the ground, will make a home for quite a many critters. So it's all part of the circle of life. Yeah. Anyways, we'll keep moving on to the next one, eh? Alrighty, we're nearly at this next one. Got to cut our way through a bit of this lantana. Just a pest of a thing. Anyways, we'll yeah, it's a bit of a ledge here, so I might have to. This one's quite difficult to get to, so I might have to adjust which direction I come from. But yeah, if any of them, this one's going to be the deadly one, because I don't have a very easy escape route. But it's all about being cautious. Might take the belt off so I can get away quicker and be a bit more nimble. But yeah, see how good of a platform I can get by cutting away this lantana. Okay, we fixed that problem with the, I took everything off and crawled up to the top to go and grab a chainsaw tool, which I amateurly forgot. Anyways, we all have those moments. Well, yeah, a fair bit uneven. We stuffed up our face cut a little bit, but that's okay because we had gravity on our side. Yeah, not my finest work, but nonetheless, it worked. So we can count that as a win. But what we did wrong on this one, probably should have come in a bit more even. And so when I first came in, I came in a bit higher on this side, obviously, and then I got my bar jammed, and that's when I went to fix it. When I came back in, I didn't come in even. I came in here, but my bar was facing down on that angle. Didn't come in at the same point. Came in about 15mm lower. Which, if this tree was in a more precarious situation, that could have been deadly. It did go the right way. I was wanting it to go more on the higher side, just because I didn't want to take out that dead tree just there, because that's a good habitat tree. So I wanted to take care of that one. So I wanted to go higher, but we missed it anyways. But that's why I had this face cut going more that way rather than that way. But it worked out in our favour in the end, despite our couple of mistakes. I wasn't too worried about a evacuation emergency exit, because it wasn't hooked up in the canopy above me, in the she oak just here. Wasn't hooked up in that, so I wasn't worried about anything coming down and hitting me. And it is a 5-meter drop from this stump, so there wasn't any chance of it coming up and flicking me. So I mean, there's always something that'll happen, but that's why I wasn't too worried about getting out. All right, this is a little bit precarious, walking up this log. I don't have much grip left on these boots. Whoa. Okay. This is harder than climbing. Thirsty.